Hello, dear friends. Today we are going to learn how to improve pronunciation. Most of the times, it happens that you pronounce the word wrongly and other people laugh at you. So, if you follow some guidelines, then by practice, by repetition, you will able to improve your pronunciation. First of all, we'll see what is the pronunciation. Pronunciation is the way a word or a language is spoken or the manner in which someone utters a word. If one is said to have a correct pronunciation, then it refers to both within a particular dialect. A word can be so spoken in a different ways by various individuals or groups, depending on many factors such as duration of the cultural exposure of their childhood, the location of their current residences, speech or voice disorders, then their social class or their education also. Pronunciation is probably one of the little difficult tasks in English to learn. But as I said in the beginning itself, by practice, by repetition, by listening your own recordings of your pronunciation, you can able to improve it. It takes a little more time and it requires more effort to improve pronunciation. Some non-native speakers live for a long time in an English-speaking country but still have poor pronunciation. Other speakers seem to pick up English pronunciation with little effort, and some may not. Some may do so without visiting an English-speaking country at all. So actually, it depends on your own efforts, how much effort you take for improving your pronunciation. Then how you take interest in this particular task, then only your what we can say your fluency of the language will be improved. If your pronunciation improves automatically, consciously, your speed of the language improves. Let us see actually uh, there are some sounds in English that probably don't exist in our language. For instance, English has 20 vowels and diphthongs. Many languages don't have, uh, or many languages only have five diphthongs. There is no simple relationship between spelling and sounds in English. This is also sometimes confusing. English is a stress time language. Words and sentences have strong and weak parts. This is different to many other languages throughout the world where parts of words and words themselves may be given the same stress in a sentence. When sometimes English spoken quickly, words are linked smoothly together and sometimes sounds even disappear altogether. This means it can be hard to understand as well as speak English. So, but we can say that by some guidelines, by some putting practice continuously in your routine homework, you will really able to improve your pronunciation. Let us see first guideline or first tip to improve your pronunciation. Find out errors in your pronunciation. If you do not know what errors you are making, you will not be able to improve it. Ask your teachers what particular mistakes you have. You could ask to even your friends, those who are having good pronunciation, so that even when uh, you speak something in English, ask your audience whether they are getting their pronunciation or how is their impact on them about the pronunciation. So first important stage is that, or step is that, find out errors in your pronunciation. Once you know what errors you are committing, you can focus on those errors. Then understand the face position of native speakers. English, unlike a number of other languages, is spoken with a relaxed face. Make sure that your cheeks are relaxed before you speak. Observe even how native speakers speak and the position of their mouths. As we speak our mother tongue in a relaxed manner, there is no stress on our face. We are comfortable with mother tongue. But when we learn any foreign language, there is some discomfort. But by observing the face position of the native speakers, you can improve your pronunciation. It may require some efforts, but gradually you will learn this. Then listen to good models of speech. On the various news channels or on some TV shows, you will able to find some good models of speech, some good speakers. Follow their shows or their news session so that you will able to catch the RP, received pronunciation. By observing their speeches, note down how they pronounce the words, what are their facial movements, so that you will imitate them and you will able to improve the pronunciation. Then know about the particular features of English pronunciation. For example, make sure that you pronounce and do not swallow the endings of each word. Note that particularly the importance of pronouncing S and ED endings. Remember that the spelling of word does not always help to pronounce it. So this is most important thing that you need to keep in your mind while speaking English. Then decide the target. To achieve any skill in life, anything in the life, of course, you need to set your goals. Set your goals and stick to them, no matter what obstacles are coming before you. Just by saying that my goal is to improve my pronunciation, it will not happen. You have to try and identify particular aspects of pronunciation that you need to develop. Try to work specifically on one aspect of your pronunciation each week. For instance, if you know that you have problems with some sound, make a plan to work on it as much as possible during 1 week. So make a foolproof plan. Plan means what to do, why to do, when to, how to do. Make your own timetable. At least devote some 10 to 15 minutes daily for improving your lacunas of pronunciation. Then mark up reading text. Put marks and symbols on reading text to show where words are linked together, where the stress falls on long words, etc. Practice reading from the marked up text onto even MP3 player. So this will helpful for you, that marking up reading text to improve the pronunciation. Using pronunciation, use pronunciation websites, apps, dictionaries, books. So there are useful pronunciation self-study books available, and some apps, websites, and dictionaries, online dictionaries will help you. Even some apps help you for repeating them, and you can record your pronunciation You will get the feedback where you are committing the mistake. So apps will give you uh, good models to repeat. There are even there are a lot of useful websites, and that will help you to improve your pronunciation. So nowadays, lot of websites, apps, and dictionaries, online dictionaries are available. So use all these apps for improving your pronunciation. Then slow down. Sometimes you excitedly speak fast, you speak quickly, you want to impress others to show your fluency. However, this often affects the clarity of your pronunciation and makes it harder for audience to understand you. Remember, many speakers of English do not speak very quickly, but we commit the mistake. Non-native speakers, we try to speak fast and we pronounce the words wrongly. So slow down. Don't speak even in a monotonous way. Try to add variety in your sound and enjoy speaking English. Put emphasis and on important words, and pronounce the words more slowly so that you will able to improve your pronunciation. Then there are actually five main areas of English pronunciation which we must know. What are those areas? We'll see in detail. First is pronunciation of individual sounds. There may be a confusion between minimal pairs. For example, bed, bad, sheep, ship, and shep, sheep. This may compromise meaning. And how to improve this? Use a list to practice repeating minimal pairs. Use even tongue twisters to practice spatial sounds. Practice the sounds of English by using some phonemic charts. Then word stress. Sometimes words shift their stress, so word stress can actually change the meaning of the word. For example, record as a verb and record as a noun. For this, check the dictionary in advance while before going for any speech or while you are going to deliver any presentation. Even the demonstration is given in the dictionary, how word stress appears, that can be seen there. Then sentence stress, sometimes emphasizing different words suggests different contrasting information. So try to exaggerate the stress on keywords. This may sound unusual to you, but will probably sound perfectly natural to the listener. So this is also important thing. Sentence stress. Rhythm, then rhythm is the most important to maintain the flow of the language. English is a stress time language. Problems with this are not so likely to affect comprehension, but getting the rhythm right does help the listener to follow your argument or your communication. Practice reading poems, uh, that and practice poems loudly to get sense of how English rhythm works. Record those poems, even show your recordings to your friends, to your relatives, and enjoy those recordings, and take the feedback of those recordings from your friends and relatives and work on it. Then intonation. Getting the right intonation is important to convey the right attitude. If there is no intonation in your pronunciation, then there will be a misunderstanding. Vary your voice more and try to even vary your voice. There should be voice modulation. Do not speak monotonously. If you speak monotonously, your speech will be boring, and at the same time there will not be a proper understanding. So these are the five main areas of English pronunciation. Let us see once again. Pronunciation of individual sounds. then word stress, then sentence stress, rhythm, intonation. So these are the 5 important areas. And just we have learned how to improve pronunciation. The first step is find out errors in your pronunciation. Second, understand facial position, face position of native speaker. Listen to good models of speech. Know about the particular features of English pronunciation. Decide the target. Make a plan. Mark up reading text. Use pronunciation websites, apps, and dictionaries. Various website dictionaries apps are available nowadays, and that too free. Then slow down. Do not speak fast, and bring variety, means do not speak monotonously, add voice modulation. So these are the tips for improving pronunciation. Hope you have understood. If you have any doubt, raise your doubts through WhatsApp, and even you can do the call. Thank you very much for attending this class. Thank you once again and take care.